Hello guys, hello everybody. Happy New Year! Because most likely when you're watching me is the New Year, and I'm even dressed this occasion for the first time in this dress, a little shiny, right? Fits the occasion. Something new, something that I never did before in a year. Reading cards. It's 5 decks of cards, 4 of them Doreen Virtue cards, and I am Doreen Virtue student of angelic card readings, so it's very appropriate. One deck of cards is different. This is the very first deck that I ever owned before even I knew who is Doreen Virtue, and this is Cheryl Richardson cards, Grace cards. Okay, a beautiful deck of 50 cards. The rest of them, for those who don't know, it's 44 cards in a deck, because 4-4, that's an angelic number. I love 4-4-4 because that's when I ever see fours, I know that the angels telling me, showing me the sign, I am with you. I have your back, Grace. Don't worry about anything. Everything is the way it should be. You on the right path. You are watched over. And here is my one angel that I always have read, the playing one. This is Angel of Hope. Absolutely favored, okay? It shows me always that maybe I'm alone, but I'm not lonely. I'm in such a great company, okay? And the light goes on and on and on. And of course, it's the guardian angel that we all have. And we're sleeping, we're walking, we're eating, we always have angels around us. We're never alone. Never ever abandoned. We always have the best company we may have, our angels, okay? Wonderful. Now, because I did this already in Polish first, I already pulled cards. I decided to do it for the very first week of January because it's very important to start the year well, okay? And I wanted to see what's going on. What's the first week, even the first month? What's going to be the taste, the aroma of the month, January, and the first week especially, to know how to act, how to think, how to feel, what needs to be done in order to get through the whole 2014. Okay? What is that the angels need us to know? So I did a little differently. I put 12 zodiac signs in 4 categories. Fire, then it's going to be air, earth, and water. We're starting with the fire signs, which of course we know is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And that's the cards I pulled, okay? By intuition, from all 5 decks of cards, including this Archangel Michael, his Tarot, 78 cards, and then Doreen Virtue's 2 decks, and one Cheryl Richardson Grace cards. In this case, I used Archangel Michael and 2 of Doreen Virtue. And what the cards show very, very vividly, that you guys, Aries, Leo, and Sag, you have some forgiveness to do. All 3 cards supporting this. So it's, you know, like calling, hello, hello, you're not going anywhere this year if you do not forgive. Now this may be yourself, which is very possible because the very first card is self-forgiveness. Maybe somebody else for doing something, okay, but you have to forgive. You may not forget, but please forgive yourself or somebody else. Even if somebody passed on, you know that you always can talk to them. You always know that you can communicate with them. Just talk to them, say, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean it, or I didn't know, or I'm sorry, I was spiteful. Whatever you need to do, you need to do it, and you got it, pal. You will know how to do it, okay? It may be more artistic way, more creative way. The normal, I'm sorry, will not do it. Maybe you have to write a poem, maybe you have to sing a song, write a song. Maybe you need to write a book, maybe a story. Whatever that has to be, it's got to happen for your own well-being. Maybe you have to write, yeah. Archangel Michael says, write about your thoughts and feelings. And either put this in writing and keep it, or somebody cannot read it anymore because it's not with us, write it and put on fire, you blow away what you're sorry about, what you're sorry for. You know, you shouldn't do it, and forgive yourself, forgive others. If you don't do it, it's gonna be very hard or almost impossible to move on the year 2014. The year with such a great energy, you're gonna feel like bam, bam, bam. Like the ball that is hitting the wall, but is coming back. It's not going anywhere because it's hitting the wall. It's not going anywhere. The same thing, we will feel that way. So the very first month, the very first week, forgive yourself. Center yourself, balance yourself, and find the love to forgive. You know yourself how important is forgiveness. Oh, the theory is good, but even more importantly, put this into action. Because if you want to be happy with this horse energy in 2014, in this very spiritual number 7 year, without that forgiveness, you're going nowhere. Okay? You have to do it. So that's for the fire signs. Okay? The air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Okay. Aqua in Latin, I know it's water, but it's not the case. It's the 11th sign, so it's one before Pisces. So everybody like, oh, this is water. No, it's not. It's actually an air sign like Gemini and Libra. You guys are intellectual. You gotta talk. You feel good when you can express yourself, when you have a sense of humor, and you are very talkative, you think a lot, you analyze a lot of things, okay? And this year, and this year coming, and especially this first year and a month and a week, it shows a couple different things. Interesting, actually, very interesting. What you need to do in order to move on and be happy in 2014. First of all, right off the bat, release. Release means is something in your life that needs to go. You have to release it. You have to leave behind and move on. Because if you don't leave behind something, you gonna be like in the shackles. You're not gonna be able to go anywhere. And this is already the first month of the month. I would say the first 2 weeks. I have a feeling that it's such a thing that this first month it's gonna bother you a lot. Something. And until you put this behind you, and move on, you're not going to be happy. Okay? You're definitely not going to be happy. Also, with this, you're going to go through a spiritual transformation. Now, I have to say, especially from Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, that the sign of Libra will be especially affected by this, because after all, guys, you are 7th sign in the zodiac. And the year 2014, the energy will be around number 7, spirituality. Not the money, not the business, spirituality. And Libra people especially will go through a special spiritual transformation. It's going to be the key word for year 2014. And because of that, all the very earthly interest, money, business, legal issues, it's not going to be that important anymore. I think it should go pretty well somewhere in 2014, but only if you first go through spiritual transformation. That's going to be the key to your success in 2014. The Two of War. A war is emotional. That's more like water signs, emotional sign. But it shows me Two of War, or 2 stands for love, romance, just the good, happy feelings with your partner. And it looks, my dear air signs, that you're gonna find an understanding, a forgiveness. You're gonna continue to grow closer, and the conflict, as you experienced lately, will be resolved. Will be finally resolved, because obviously something will happen, or the light that is going to be put on your relationships, you're going to find out that it's worth to keep this relationship, that is a true love. It is something that you shouldn't let go. And that's what the cards show. And the next is very interesting. Energy healing work. Okay. You may need healing, and you are healer yourself. That's what this card means. Everything that goes around healing. You, air signs, also is showing me here that some of you, many of you, need healing, and many of you are natural healers. You having ability to heal, and that's gonna be also, this is the spiritual note. Did you notice, air signs, that everything is about spirituality here? From the very first card, spiritual transformation. The second, emotions, that's spirituality, and forgiveness, and time to move on. And the conflict is gone in your relationship, okay? Very spiritual. And then energy healing work, as spiritual as it gets. You guys are talkers and thinkers. You're really not that much about intuition, so you think, right? You analyzing, you beating subjects to death, you're thinking a lot. You're not trying to feel, you think. The mind is spinning, your brain is spinning around. Or it shows me that the air signs, so Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, for you this year and this month, especially for Libras, again, because the Librans are number 7, 7th sign of the zodiac, you're gonna go through a big spiritual transformation. It's not gonna be only about money, business, legal issues, all that earthly stuff. You gonna go through a transformation. By the year of 2014, I have a feeling you're gonna be like a different people altogether. You're not gonna even recognize yourself in 2015. That's how I feel it's gonna be big for you. Especially Libra signs. Okay, very good, very good. So you can enjoy later 2015. That's wonderful. Now we're going to be talking about Earth signs, which are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Okay, what it shows here is busy, 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 thinking a lot, worrying a lot. Earth signs are very practical people. I think the most practical you may know. Taurus, Virgo, they worry a lot, they think, they analyze, they dissect everything. And the same Capricorn. Man, talking about being earthly and earthly things. And it shows like, hey, Archangel Michael says, knock it out. Knock it out. Have a sense of humor. Okay? The things are not that bad. Yes, a lot will be going on right in the beginning of the year. Yes, the 2 new moons, the full moon on January 16th, so this first already month and the first week shows, wow, a lot of decisions to be made. Lots of going on, busy. But instead of going crazy, look at everything with that sense of humor. And also explore your options. Don't just go crazy, explore your options, because you're gonna find a way to do things. And guess what? This is the perfect time to make changes. So obviously something cannot go the way it was going before. Comes to an end. Comes to stop. It's a need to change things for your own good. Don't worry. Laugh more. Joke more. Do exploration. Explore things, okay? And make changes for your own good. So the rest of the year will be going the way you started the first month, the first week. It's absolutely necessary for you to be happy in 2014 and afterwards. Okay, the water signs, the Cancer, the Scorpio, and the lovely Pisces. Okay, very interesting cards. Very interesting cards. It shows, and that's the cards, the Cheryl Richardson choice and 2 of Doreen Virtue. First of all, right off the bat, that was the first card. It's time to leave this unhealthy situation. So obviously it's something in your life that needs some revision, some ending, something to put behind in order to move on. For many of you, that may have something to do with the father issues. Maybe the father issues or father-like issues. Maybe you had in your life that, 85% families are dysfunctional. Did you know that? So everybody have their life story to tell. And sadly enough, many stories have the father or father figure, like mom's boyfriend or stuff, that was a man who was abusing mom, maybe who was abusing you. Maybe because he was drunk, maybe because he was smoking and you are the second smoke recipient or something. Maybe he was abusing you in one way or another. Maybe he was not supporting you. Maybe he was neglecting you. Maybe you were reaching out to him and he wasn't there for you. And you never could get over that. Maybe it was more kids and one of them was the favorite and the others were neglected. Maybe he was working too hard and never gave you that love. And especially boys, because once that happens, they treat the women later in life the way they saw the father was treating a mother or treating them. So instead of doing the same thing, break with it, leave this unhealthy situation behind you, and always remember that Cheryl Richardson's card, choice. You always have a choice. And the choices that you will make in the very first month and the very first week of 2014 will take you to the whole 2014 and further with the reactions. And remember, where is action, there is reaction, okay? And it's really important to start on a healthy note, on a forgiving. This is again, father healing. You need to forgive, you need to, your power will increase when you forgive, when you heal yourselves. And then, with the new, renewed spirit, you will be able to move on with your life. Lots of living behind. Again, making choices, and looks like these choices will either make you or break you, maybe even, okay? Very important, but something goes again to this father situation. When it comes to women, it may be that you saw the father was abusing, so you never trust men again. Maybe he was cheating on mom, maybe he was drinking, maybe he was abusive in a million different ways. And maybe didn't let even for you to speak up, and now you're afraid to speak up with men. You closed off. You're somewhere there, but you cannot say the words because you saw that every time your mother said something, he beat her up or he abused her with words in some way or shape or form. And you have to give yourself a little thinking, okay? And if you find yourself that that was your case, you need to forgive, forget, and move on. Very important choice, because this will really determine the whole year of 2014 and over, and after that, okay? All right, so this is the very first time I'm doing this on the air. And I'm really happy that I've done it. I think that was like a bullet points for you guys to kind of realize what's important and what to do when the year begins in order to be happy later. I hope you're gonna find this helpful, hopeful and helpful, informative, and it will resonate with you. And when it resonates with you something, it really is like speaking to you. You feel like, oh my God, bingo, eureka, that's good, it means it's for you. And you have a need to do it. So I love you all, guys. Have a wonderful New Year's Eve, wonderful New Year's Day, the whole first week and the whole crazy first month, hopefully in a really good way for all of you, for all of us. Love you all. Send you as many kisses as you wish, and see you next time.